Hi again everybody. Firstly, can I apologise for the lateness of this part of the installation. A couple of days ago my wife broke a leg at work, so I've had to look after her for the last 2 days, and so I've put pay to this upgrade, the light installation, sound installation. But I've managed to get some time now to quickly do this, and again, apologies for the lighting. What I've tried to do is play about with different lighting to try and get more light on this area. Normally I work in a conservatory, and normally the light is pretty good because of the type of roof it has, but because we're in the winter months it's duller. So I'm mucking about with lights, so if this looks naff when I upload it, the next one hopefully will look better. So what have I decided to do? Let's bring this closer. What I've decided to do is to put lights on the rear, and I've decided how I'm going to do it. So if I take each unit in turn, I can tell you, I'll start with the front. Right, because I want lights on the front, I've got to get wiring, obviously from the right light through to where the decoder is going to be. I'm going to put 2 lights, and if you see the lamp, you should be able to see the lamp irons there, and one on the other side. They're just pushed in. Sometimes they're glued, other times they're just pushed in. So what I do is use a pair of pliers and just pull it out. If it doesn't come out and it just breaks off, when I start drilling the pilot hole, it comes out anyway. So I'm going to do that both sides. I'm not going to do the top one here. I'm going to only want 2 on the front, and again, nothing I do will be prototypical. Once I've done that, the wires will come through. Sorry, the lamps will come through to here. No, I can't get any more light on this. Let's just move this. The lamp irons, where they're situated there, the lights come through wiring about there, which I then route along the sides until I get to the where I'm going to position. Sorry if I keep going out of shot. I'm trying to get light in there and I can't. But just down there, there's where I'm going to situate the glow, firebox glow light. So at this end, the front, I have 2 lamp. I keep saying lamp irons. 2 lamps wide through, one coming through there, one coming through there, and then I daisy chain them so they go underneath this lip here, so they're out of the way where the screw is, and that screws onto the chassis. So the wiring goes underneath there, and these 2 will be daisy chained together. So I'll end up with 1 blue wire and 1 yellow. I think it's yellow for the front lights. It might be white. So I end up with 1 blue, 1 white, and which I'll route either that side or that side. When it comes to the rear, I'll end up with, I think it's orange. I can't remember unless I got the light out, the SMDs out. And then I'll end up with, again, a blue and an orange. The blue will end up with the blue coming from these, which I'll show you when I've wired it. So I'll end up with 3 wires coming out of here, along with these 4, the Hornby wiring. So I end up with 4 of the normal Hornby and 3 of my own. Normally I just wire them straight through into here, into the first tender, but because the tender and the loco is a bit of a distance away from each other in the packaging, I've decided to put these tiny micro plugs on them. So I'll have 3 wires coming out into one of these, whoops, dropped it, into a block of these micro plugs, which will then go through the tender. Let's take this off. Through the tender, probably there, or I might drill a hole underneath to come through. I think the last one I did, I drilled a hole underneath and it come through, and I fixed it so it can't be pulled away. And I'll show you that when I've done it. And then wire into the sound decoder. Now what I normally do is I solder wires underneath. To take the DCC socket out. I normally solder the wires underneath, the blue, the white and the yellow, and if I have a smoke unit, I'll solder the relevant wires onto that. So I have the blue for common return, white and yellow for front and rear lights, and I think it's green. I may be wrong, it could be brown, until I get to the sound decoder. I can't remember which colour controls the smoke box. What am I having? Smoke box. The firebox glow. Incidentally, what you can do, you should be able to just make it out and get some light. You might be able to make it out where you can see where, in normal situations, coal is shoveled in. It has been suggested to me I can sort of cut all that away, and so I end up with a large hole, or part of it away. Now I'm not happy of doing that, so I just drill, I think it's a 3mm hole. Now I'll confirm that when I get round to it. I hope you can see that. Getting closer. There may not be enough light. There may not be enough light, and I won't know until I see this played back. What Dapple have done with their A4s is cut all that away, and they put plastic behind it, and the light is attached to that, so the whole area where you would shovel coal lights up and flashes. It doesn't actually flash it. I'll show you what I mean when I get around to that part of it. So when I've done the wiring here, I solder underneath this board and pull the wires through the holes for the lights and the common return. I'll then wire them up to the plug, one of these micro plugs which I've put down, and I don't know where to put it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill down through the chassis, through, there's like a sort of loop there which you might be able to see, and the wire comes through that loop so it doesn't hang down, so it supports the wire with this male connector soldered onto it. That way, that's the male micro plug soldered onto it, so it'll come out probably about there. If it comes out clear. And my battery is just about to go again, so I'll see you in a few seconds. Sorry about that. I must test these batteries just to see whether or not they're reaching the end of their life cycle. But yeah, I was at which section? No, here, where I was going to put the male micro plug coming out of here on black wire coming through the hole there, which you might just be able to see, which is going to support the wire to stop it dropping down and catching anything that might be on the track. Then what I'm going to do is the wires, if I take this body off, you can just see the female side of the micro plug and socket. What I'm going to have to do is, let's get a pointer to use these. What I'm going to have to do is that section there is cut it away, just that bar there, because it's a bit tight, this micro plug, because what I want is these two wires, prongs or whatever you want to call them, protruding out, which I'll have to glue down. Hopefully I'll have a glue strong enough, so it doesn't need much cutting away, hardly any in fact, and then this socket will fit in properly. So the two prongs will stick out there. You can just see the prongs there now. The two will stick out further than that. So this male connection, which will be on the back of this tender, will just plug straight in. It should look pretty good, which I'll show you when I get to that section. And then obviously on the back, the lamp irons tend to be on the very bottom, there and there. Again, there's 3 on that side, 2 on that side. I'm only going to take 1 off each side, 1 off that side, and then that one. And looking at the inside of this, here it is, old tooling, they're moulded on. So I'm going to have to drill, and the lamp I'm putting on will look similar to that. You can probably just make out the lamp iron. I'll be drilling a hole in the bottom section, so the lamp will sit there with the top part of the lamp covering the top part of the moulding. It'll make more sense when I show you the lamp in position, because what I'm talking about probably sounds like gibberish. I'm assuming they're moulded on as well. No, they're not. No, it's glued on. This is new tooling. This is the old tooling with the ring field motor in it. These lamp irons are glued on, because see the glue mark on this side. See if we can get it in shot, or get light in there. These are not, because there's no section inside against this bulkhead or whatever you want to call it. So they're definitely moulded on. So they must have used 2 different moulding techniques to do this. Again, I don't know enough yet. And it's got 2 different logos, which I assume is, I don't know whether that's unusual. Again, I don't know much for early and late. BR crests. Is that normal? Would you normally see 2 different crests? I don't know. One day I will know. So that's it for now regarding this. What I'll show you next, which may be next week, which will be next week now, because I'll have to go and continue looking after my wife, because she finds it difficult getting about. The next one, I'll show you. I'll pull one lamp iron out and put the lamp in, and I'll show you that next. So I'll just show you that completed, and that side half completed, so I can show you what I do, and I'll show you what I do with the firebox glow. So that's that for now. Just 2 points. Malcolm, I haven't forgotten the ECOS and how you change CVs on the ESU lighting strips. I haven't forgotten. That will be sometime next week when I do this. And the others who wanted me to do part 2 of the JMRI software, I haven't forgotten that either. That will be sometime next week as well. So thanks for your time, and I hope this didn't sound too much like gibberish. And next week I'll get back to my jokes. Thanks very much for your time.